So I found out that NBA 2K22 has its own speedrunning category, and being that there's not many players that have submitted runs, I thought it would be a great chance for me to get a speedrunning world record. In NBA 2K22, there are 5 speedrunning categories: Play Now, My Career Prelude, 50 Points, Blacktop, and My League Playoffs. And the 50-point category is the only category where you actually have to play the game and score. So I decided that this would be the category I get a world record in. Now, inside of this 50-point category, there are 2 additional categories: Last Gen and Next Gen. And seeing that I do have a Next Gen console with the PS5, and the Next Gen times were a lot slower than the Last Gen times, I decided to go for that record. And the rules for the 50-point category are pretty simple. You can use any team in NBA 2K22 as long as it's not a custom team, and you just have to score 50 points as fast as possible. As soon as the center tips the ball, your timer starts, and as soon as you score your 50th point, the timer ends. And lastly, you have to play on pro difficulty or higher. I decided to choose Team LeBron and face off against the Magic since they are the worst team in the league. And beating the Next Gen record ended up being really easy because on my first attempt, I managed to put in a time of 7 minutes and 44 seconds, beating the previous record by 10 seconds. Now, my strategy for the first game was to do a full court press. I thought this would be the best way to get a steal, giving us another chance to score. And the strategy on offense was pretty easy. I gave the ball to Steph Curry, did a step back with him on the 3-point line, and just trained the shot. Pro difficulty, it's easier to miss with Stephen Curry than it is to hit shots. It's pretty much a free green every single time, especially against the Magic. And just doing this simple strategy, I was able to get the record, but it was way too easy. So my next goal was to beat the Last Gen record, but on the Next Gen console. Using the same strategy, I was able to lower my time to a 7:08, then down to a 6:46. But I was still a minute off the record, so decided to switch up the strategy. Instead of full court pressing, I would play normal defense and just let one guy open every possession to attempt the 3. If they missed it, I would save time by not inbounding, and if they hit it, the score would be closer, therefore decreasing the likelihood of the other team calling a timeout. I ended up sticking to the strategy, and with a ton of failures, and I mean a ton, I was able to put in a time of 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Getting ever so closer to that 5:57. My 2 biggest time losses though would come to the CPU not shooting or passing when they are wide open. I was yet to get a game where I went perfect from 3. Until this game happened. I was perfect from 3, only needed 1 more bucket to potentially beat the world record, and Gary Harris gets his takeover badge, which ended up being a defensive takeover badge. I panicked, passing to Jokic inside for an easy 2 and bricked the shot, ending with a time of 6:23. I was so close to the record and I choked it. I was devastated after this, and this sent me into a spiral of constant failing. Game after game, I was not even close to setting the record. I would miss a shot, restart, because I knew the only chance I had of setting the record was to hit every single shot, and that's all I really wanted to do. I wanted to end a game without missing a shot, and that's when the game happened. The game started out perfectly. I won the tip-off, passed the ball to Paul George, and while shooting the 3, I got fouled, giving me the opportunity to get a 4-point play. And of course, we were able to convert. But little did I know that this 4-point play, the time spent going to the line, might actually cost me getting my target time. From there, I deployed my defensive strategy of not playing defense. They started off with a 2, then I came back with a quick 3. Next defensive possession, they got another 2, and on offense, I greened yet again with Stephen Curry, scoring 10 points in less than a minute. I knew that this game was my chance. I continued deploying my strategy of not playing defense and greening every shot on offense, and this game, I did not miss. I scored 25 points in less than 3 minutes. If I kept this pace, I would certainly set the record. But then after hitting 2 more 3s, the Magic called a timeout. This completely threw me off my pace. I continued to green my shots though, and with 27 seconds left, I had 46 points, 2 more buckets to hit 50. I quickly scored my first one with 20 seconds to spare, and the Magic quickly scored on offense. I had 6 seconds to hit a 3. I sprinted down the court, screwed up my step back, and ended with a time of 6 minutes and 2 seconds. 5 seconds off the last gen record. But after this game, after the hours spent trying to do this, I could not spend another second playing this game and accepted defeat. Just kidding, I was not stopping until I beat this time, and after hours and hours of playing, I finally did it. I got tired of using Team LeBron and decided to switch to the all-time Warriors, which was the greatest decision of my life because they are so much better than Team LeBron. They have so many great shooters and so many great defenders as well. The game started off hot. I got lucky and hit some tough white shots along with some clutch steals, and I quickly took a 15-0 lead when the Magic called a timeout very early, which is a really bad sign because that means they might call one again before I hit 50 points. After the timeout, I continued to drain threes on offense. The whole time playing, I wasn't sure if I would actually be able to get the record time with the pace I was on. But when I was at 33 points with over 2 minutes remaining, I knew I could do it. That was until the Magic called yet another timeout after I hit 39 points, putting this run in jeopardy. After the timeout, the Magic got 2 points and I ran down the court as fast as I could with Curry hitting a 3. When the Magic were back on offense, I was able to come up with a clutch steal and quick bucket with Clay. I needed 5 more points in 37 seconds. The Magic bricked the 3 and I was barely able to get the rebound. I passed the ball to Steph and Green yet another shot with less than 20 seconds to go. The Magic greened a 3, giving me 6 seconds to score a bucket. I ran down the court with Steph, hit a step back, greened the shot, and got a time of 5 minutes and 57 seconds, tying the record time, which is absolutely ridiculous. There's a lot of room for improvement. I mean, with the 2 timeouts, I made a lot of mistakes during this run as well. I feel like you could get at least 30 seconds faster than this. Maybe even getting to 5 minutes would be possible. But I'm going to leave it at that. I tied the time. I'm happy with that. Check out the box score for the game. I did not miss a single shot. 14 for 14 with Steph, 2 for 2 with Clay, and 1 for 1 with Durant. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And I'll see you next time. Peace.